Hello and welcome. My name is Karlzek, and I'll be doing a Wargame Red Dragon gameplay. Alright, so I'm using my US Airborne deck. I was playing with a couple of friends. I'm not playing with them right now, but I saw it used to great effect, so I figured I might give it a go. And these are the results. Now, I would have preferred to play a conquest game, given that well, I'm not really a big fan of destruction anymore. I mean, I'll still play it because they're both good game modes in my mind, but I just kind of prefer the more offensive style of conquest. It's just generally more interesting to me. But anyways, Gurkha dropped. He didn't quit, unfortunately, but we do pull it out in the end. Some people have been asking me to zoom in, so you should be seeing a lot more of that. Because the models that Eugen put together are actually just really good. Can't really vouch out in terms of comparisons to other RTS games, because Wargame's the only one that I really got into. That and War, back when I still played on my Xbox. That was a good game. So I moved my Hueys up and my light riflemen, which are a mainstay in terms of my starting force in US deck, or light infantry just in general, make up my Airborne starting force. Unfortunately, Mythosas take out one of my, both of my OH-58s. I'd also like to note that the circles of doom are no longer evident with the in Red Dragon, if I haven't noted it before. They went for more boxes. They went for boxes this time around, which is alright, but yeah. So I start moving up my riflemen to see if I can't go after the CV, well, the CV infantry that just popped up over there. See if I can't go after them and get them. I decided to split off some riflemen, just that way I wouldn't have my stingers completely undefended, which is not something I wanted to have. I also pull up some Mountaineers, which even with the light riflemen 90s having Super Dragons, still a pretty standout unit, and I still used to great effect. I actually took over and held the town up here in Foxtrot really well. Some VDV are starting to move into the forest to clear out my riflemen, and I have to start pulling them back, just for fear of them being wiped out by shock infantry, which is not something I wanted to have. I placed some Mountaineers in this town right here to see if, just in case any assaults via sea came through. Well, amphibious landings. There we go. That's what I wanted. Fortunately, for the moment, the Stingers are the only AA that I have currently in the sector, and it's incredibly vulnerable, and I'm surprised my enemies didn't exploit that, seeing as they knew I was in an airborne deck in the lobby. Zoom in on this Huey. As you can see, the map still doesn't work. That's a well-known bug, which is a bit strange because I'm pretty sure it worked during the closed beta. Where the major deficiency of the airborne deck comes in. I have no artillery, though I'm pretty sure in air-land battle, the para deck had mortars. I think. No. Unfortunately, my light rifleman get caught in a pretty tough spot between enemy artillery and trying to knock out that Factoria squad. Factoria? I'm not sure. Either way, they're exploiting my weaknesses here pretty hard. And it's, I'm kind of stuck in dire stratus for the moment. I do have Avengers coming up, and I'm not sure if no, I only have Avengers. I'm pretty strapped for points at this time. In general, a lot of their actions were just shelling. Didn't really attack Echo very well. They did capture this town for the moment, but my allies and I pretty much just kind of stopped that with an intruder strike on my part, and I think they brought it in. No. Yeah, either way, we bombed the shit out of them, and I took over the town with some Mountaineers. I think it was Mountaineers. Anyways, it's just semantics. So it's pretty lightly defended, and that's a lot of what Airborne really has to deal with, is very light defenses, and you really have to micro them here pretty hard to at least just get not get eliminated by more mechanized forces. So here's the Avenger glitch. I've only really seen it with Avengers, occasionally with some other units, where the bridge here, they just don't want to get up here at all. I guess it's just something up with the map design. I'm sure it's documented by now, but if it, after this video, I'm gonna go ahead and, if it's not, take care of that. So I finally nabbed Foxtrot and see if I can't start bringing in some more forces with the added points bonus. Meanwhile, VDV are pretty much just cut down where they stood with the riflemen in cover. Unless you have supporting armor, it's pretty much suicide. Unfortunately, despite a 57% chance to hit, they're struggling to kill a CV stuck in the open. It was pretty annoying. Especially after the shelling. So I pull up some V150s, which are just wheeled autocannon. All the while, BRDM2 Strelas go in unsupported. I'm not sure if there were two people attacking me on this, and it was just lack of communication, or just I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. We're just bad micro. Anyways, my V150s start coming up. Meanwhile, my Mountaineers are still stuck with that pathfinding glitch. And the VDV get way too close. Meanwhile, my V150s struggle to sneak in through the towns and start engaging with their autocannons. Thinking I'm in for a much heavier fight, I start bringing in some assault engineers. Meanwhile, the V150s are popped by the RPG-29s. Not RPG-29s, RPG-16s. Some guy wastes Kirka's old Stormers. So I start moving in some mountaineers to take back the town. All the while artillery shells coming in. Intruder strike coming into play. Takes it out with relative ease. What I was really accounting on doing with moving my mountaineers into the other town, but either way, they're positioned to defend the right side. All the while, a surprising amount of APCs managed to make it into Bravo. Actually do a fair bit of damage to them. Especially with taking out a bit of CV infantry. That was the guy that I managed to push off Echo several times. I was a little bit proud of that. So I had a Thunderbolt laying around, so I figured I might as well call it and see how it goes. All there was Skrezets. Nothing. Only in mass are they at all in danger. And I finally get some much needed supplies. So I've got some Delta Force and Humvees supported by 2 LAV-25s and a twin Huey moving in on this town. For a little while I was worried that they were going to get friendly fired by the artillery, but it stopped in time. cut 2 S3s. I'm going to begin to pronounce that. The reason for this is the damage was, I believe there was a Strop 2 that was parked right by the fob, but the Hellfire managed to do its job. Out of all the new US units, I think the DAP stands out really well. Given it's just a really good unit. Honestly, I thought it wasn't going to be all that good. It was just, oh, it's a Black Hawk with Hellfire as an autocannon. Oh boy. Turns out I was way wrong. I've used it to great effectiveness, and I've also seen it used to be to sneak around through by Echo into Bravo into Alpha and CV snipe a whole bunch of people. I mean, I was really surprised at how well it worked. So we managed to break through everybody, and all the while we're just trying to find and mop up that CV. We've effectively closed in on them, and while my allies start bringing in even more stuff. I almost lost my DAPs in that bit of napalm fire, but fortunately things go my way. And with that F4DS strike, the CV goes down. And so here's our kills and losses and my kill list. To be completely honest, I was very surprised at how well this went. I thought I was going to get rolled. Kind of like, I've had a high risk, high reward with the Polish Airborne, with the Polish air assault deck in air-land battle, and I've been rolled by more mechanized forces. But in this, we were going up against full USSR decks, and I held my own. Granted, I mean, I'm fairly certain these were pretty new players, but regardless, things went pretty well. Anyways, that's it. And I'll see you next time.